struggling with prop firms? Let's go. By far in 2025, guys, the break and retest, this strategy by far is going to be your best chance of success. This is what I personally believe. Doesn't matter what level of experience you're at currently, whether it's at beginner level, intermediate, expert level. I've been doing this for 8+ years now. I'm a 700k prop firm funded trader, and obviously you can join even the Discord community, guys. Full, all transparency here, winning trades, losing trades. We're up to more than 1100 members, and these are the positions that I took today. And what I'm about to show you, obviously, why I've marked these two trades here, because these two trades are the ones I took today. Now today I traded USD JPY. It's been my bread and butter. I absolutely love the volume that comes with it. And if you look at this position, let's break this down even more. I mean, you can even see, right, if I even show you actually. So these two positions here, these were taken on my personal account. The first trade was I only took two trades, right? Two trades for the day, 1 to 3. And the second position here was a 1 to 5, and obviously this on C Trader, and it actually tells you that these trades were actually placed. And the reason I'm showing it like this, obviously first I showed it like this, but then is the whole point obviously is transparency, right? And here I just sent a picture saying, power of volume, swim with the current, right? There's a saying, the trend is your friend, but this is, I love volume, right? The volume, you can look at it as normally when you see the trend, that's just the direction of the river flowing, right? What I think volume is the speed of the current. Now there's a difference, right? It's like, where's this, if you're sat in a car, where's this car headed? Well, it's headed north. But volume is the speed. Well, this is what I look at it as. Or you can say the strength of the current, or the strength of, the speed of the car. But that's normally, probably not the best example, but I hope that makes a little bit of sense. It's like, if you're dropping a vehicle from a 100 story building, it's gonna take a lot of strength to stop that or catch that vehicle, never mind sending it back up, right? So this is what I'm just trying to say, that volume right now is currently the lifeblood of my trading system, and I'm absolutely loving it. I mean, another student actually passed today. So, I mean, by the way, I offer unlimited one-to-one sessions. This is the elite mentorship group. If you want to get some one-to-one sessions, once you're in, lifetime access, and I made it affordable for pretty much everyone, guys. Doesn't matter which parts of the world you're from. So basically, and I'm not offering thousands or nothing insane like that. So another student passed this challenge, phase 1 and phase 2. Just want to make that clear as well. And huge props to them. And if I even show you guys, I mean, this is the elite mentorship. Now we have a lot of discussion going on here. And yeah, so if you are, link will be in the video description if you are looking to join. So these two were the positions. Now what did I see? Now this is not the exact break or retest method. I mostly look at key levels, but this is obviously the concept is the same with the break and retest. What I basically saw was break of the zone, and then obviously if I take it down to a much smaller time frame, you can see rejection, and then price tanks further down. This is super clean here, get a clean breakout. But the concept, right, of the strategy, no rocket science involved, guys. No rocket science. Look, breakout, retest, breakout, retest, breakout, retest, and vice versa, and not vice versa, but it just continues pushing further down. Now here is the strength of the current, or the volume, if you want to call it, right, which is here. It just absolutely tanks, guys, right? Within 1 or 2 hours, it just absolutely tanks. Now if I even go over to the other setups, look at these other opportunities, right? In the past, like even the beginning of the new year, it's absolutely insane, right? Look at these positions here. Breakout. Let's go to a small time frame actually. So what do we see? Breakout, but no retest. Nothing like that will give the reason to take an trade. Now the support established. Now break to the upside, right? Break to the upside. Now obviously I normally use a average 5 pip stop loss, especially on my personal accounts. Obviously I trade with IC markets. They offer super tight spreads. So now if I even I can get away with 5. Now obviously someone might say, Well, there's no opportunity here. Well, bearish candle, but this is a tweezer, bullish tweezer pattern. So if I was even to, I'm sure if I even went to a smaller time frame. Now these, I want to make this very clear, these are positions I've not taken, right? Obviously I've added losses in there, but you know what we'll do? Let's give the market the benefit of the doubt, which something I like to do. Why? Just because, not the looking for the percentage. So just check this out there, right? Let's anchor this so it just floats with us. Okay, look at these guys. These are 1 to 7s, 1 to 6s, 1 to 7. Well, that's a 1 to 7 as well. 1 to 9. Now, do these losses make any difference, right? Now, what I've recently, guys, and I advise, you know, psychology is a very, very, you know, complicated, strange thing. Now, what do I mean by this? How many of you guys, and this used to happen to me for a long time when I want to show you guys. Suppose you have a prop firm account, or any account, right? Let's just say any account. So what I'm going to do is, let's chuck a random number. Let's say a 1,000, right? $1,000 account. I'm going to chuck in there, right? £1,000, whatever you want to call it. Now, what I'm about to show you guys is going to be super insanely, you know, helpful. Because I want you to think of it like this. Imagine your starting balance is 1,000 now, yeah? Now, let's just say here is your drawdown side. So what we'll do, what I like to color my drawdowns in orange. We'll color it in orange, and what I'll do is I'm gonna clone this, and this is super raw. I'm just doing this right now in front of your eyes. So let's delete this and let's color it. Let's name it, which stands for drawdown. Okay. So imagine there's two parallel, you know, tracks going in, and our aim is going higher, right? How many times does this happen to you guys? So imagine you win, let's just say, if we're heading forward, right? Now we made like a 1 to 4. Let's just say we made a 1 to 4. Now suddenly our balance is $1,400, right? We call it 1 to 4. I'm thinking of prop firms. If we're risking, I've obviously got to be risking quite a significant amount. So let's just say we're risking 1% would be 2 by example. So what I'm going to quickly do, guys, is, and trust me what I'm about to show you guys. So now, okay, this will be 1 minute. Let's delete this. 10,400. You know what? Let's go for 500. Right. So we made 5%. We risked you know, 100, and we made 500. 1 to 5. Now, how many times, guys, does this happen to you lot? You guys, well, it's happened to me, you know, many times as well. I start to think this is my new starting balance, right? So suddenly, if I take a hit and I lose my trade, let's just say now minus 1, I've lost a trade, right? I've lost 1%, and now my balance is 10,400. Suddenly, I'm going to be like, wait a minute, what's happened here? I was on 10,500. Why am I on 10,400? Right? Let's just put this one here. Now, guess what the you know, silly thing, and guys, I'm not joking, print this out. You know, create something like this. You can do this on Canva. You can create something like this on Microsoft Excel. You know, that I'm sure there's plenty of software out there. This was the original balance, right? Why do we give such a big damn emphasis, put a huge emphasis that why are we back on 10.4k, right? It does not make sense. Why? Because suddenly, imagine 10.4. Now imagine we place another trade. So what we need to do, now this comes on here, on this side. So now imagine we win our next trade, right? So point to this one, actually let's draw it like this. We win our next one. Let's just say we win the trade, I don't know, 1 to 2. Right, well, I like to aim for normally on average 1 to 3, sometimes 1 to 2.5. I don't like price action. So I was just deciding which one to do. Okay, so now we're at 10.7. Now let's say we lose our next 2 trades, right? Can easily happen. Look at this. We lost 2 trades. What's our new balance again? 10.5k. Right? So basically, it's basically done. The market's done this. So first we were here. Right? Now then we were here. Now we're here. Right? So when you look at something like this, right? Normally the psychology is like, oh my god, I'm on 10.5k. And you start comparing it to what it originally was. Well, not originally, you know, what it was in the past. Why don't you compare it to, you know, this? You're 5% up, guys. And this is super important. Let me change the color of this. This is super important, right? Whenever you, no matter what your balance is, always, and you have to brainwash yourself with this. Put it in your head, guys. This was the original, right? Why do we care about this? None of this matters. Because now imagine you win your next trade, right? And now you're gonna imagine you go to 10.8. You might even go to 11k, and you might go to 10.6, 10.7, wherever the number is. Don't compare it, guys. To these numbers here. Remove it. You removed all this from your head. Always focus on what was your original. Of course you should think about what's your starting balance at the beginning of the day, but still though, trust me guys, this is super powerful, and this has made me, if I lose 2 trades, I don't care, because I know it's my original balance, what the starting point was. So trust me when I say, guys, add that to your equation as well. Now coming back to the point here, the break and retest. Now with when you have my biggest edge, guys, my biggest strength, it was by far, I would have to say, is zones. But right now I'm enjoying adding like a confluence. Well, I've already tried to do this many times in the past, but I'm just starting to get so much better with it. Is volume, right? How to analyze volume. Now the downside to trading volume is, obviously with Forex, we don't have access to footprint charts, order flow, delta, and all that kind of information. So I mean, obviously unless you're trading stocks, options, and all that kind of stuff. But with Forex, we're a bit handicapped. Like, so trading the trend, and trading volume is our only, like, example here is bearish, right? So normally it'll be like you have some kind of an idea. There's a bearish volume is much stronger, so I'll go for sells. Now there's obviously, but how would we have captured this opportunity here? That was today. I mean, you can clearly see, it's absolutely insane, right? Look at this huge. Imagine catching this whole move, especially because when I use like this whole move, this 1 to 3, one is a 1 to 27. But I was happy with the 1 to 3 up to here. But then I realized, it's just okay. One of the ways you can detect the volume, obviously, look at the size of this candle, bearish, compared to all these, right? But then I thought, okay, you know what? This is something I don't want to mess with. I'll leave it. I'm happy with the 1 to 3. I don't want the full cake. I only want a piece of the cake. And what obviously came about then was, guys, which I thought was, wait a minute. Even after this strong rejection, this wick rejection, why would I want it rather than, some people like to catch the low. They like to go for a buy. Some people may have tried to go for a buy from here, maybe from here, buy from here. See this bullish candle, go for a buy from here. It's the biggest mistake you can do, guys. Never try to catch the low. If the market is tanking, go with the flow. If the market is bullish, go with the flow. Take buys. If the market is tanking, take sells. Simple. Bearish candle. I mean, look at the size of this bearish candle. I think it's even bigger than the previous one, right? Yes, it is. If the market is, I mean, this is a super strong bearish candle as well. If the market is tanking like this, 100%, I'm just going to wait for price to come back up, get an opportunity. Now, this was an opportunity I missed because I thought, 1 to 3, I don't want to mess with this market right now. A lot of volume coming in. It's not the right opportunity. My mistake was I should have, this is what I've said at New Year's resolution. I want to get better at, capitalizing on my, trailing stop losses. So I would have caught this nice move all the way to this zone, but I just thought we've already entered this zone here. I'll leave it. But then I thought, wait a minute, okay, now we're in a nice, I mean, if you go to the bigger time frames, after the 1 hour candle settled like this, I was like, okay, right, huge bearish candle. Look at the size difference compared to all these bearish candles. Right, I thought, okay, it's time to get back on the horse again. This was a weak bearish candle. But then I was like, there's still no way I'm going to take buys. Wait for, be a bit more patient. Let's look at it. I'm now getting candlesticks below my zone. If I were taking the entry from here, there's no reason to take an entry from here. I mean, I would have probably survived anyway. Yeah, I mean, I could see from here. I mean, this would have been the loss. Obviously, it goes red, but it's not. I would have survived this anyway. But the reason, I mean, you could see even here, right? If I even break this down even more, right? One moment, because if I were to take an entry from here to refine my stop loss even more, what I would have done is, this is now the the previous support is the new resistance. So by far, if I was to take an entry from my zone, I definitely would have made my stop loss a little bit bigger, right? And this is like almost 0.2 pips of spread on USD JPY. It's the second most liquid after Euro USD. Spreads are like Euro USD as well, like pretty much super tight. So I would have definitely got away with it. But I did take my trade from there. I took it from this, from this candle. And if I go back to the bigger time frame, I mean, if I was to even dissect this even more, just look at this. 5-minute time frame, super bearish candle, 100%, no wick at the bottom, super strong bearish candle. Price comes up, even if I were taking the entry from there. But I mean, I like normally to be near the middle of the zone, so this would have been a nice, this one I held on to for a 1 to put it back to where it was, 1 to 5, but again held on to this position as well. This would have given a nice 1 to 17. But again, I'm happy, right? I'm up for the day, I'm green for the day. And by far, guys, trust me, you are not going to find a more simple, more suitable strategy for your personality. And what do I mean by that? Psychologically, right, as well. Because if you are, imagine if you lose 2-3, but if you are winning 1 to 6, 1 to 7, and again, coming back to the point, you need to have the, you got to have the mind to take losses as well. Just because, you was on 10.5 at one point, doesn't mean if it comes to 10.4, 10.3, 10.2, I don't care what it comes down to. Focus on what you started with, right? Focus on, and look ahead at the bigger picture. So that's going to be my only advice. Take this into account. You can take a screenshot of this. Trust me. Like, imagine, guys, look at this. Imagine you catch a 1 to 5, 1 to 6 for I've just shown. Another one. Now you're like 11.1k, right? And then, does this, look at this difference compared to this one? Always compare where you're currently at to your starting balance. Psychologically, it will help you 100 times more, 100% more, right? So yeah, this was today's day. Caught in nicely up for 1 to 8 RR, and it's what we pretty much do on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, don't get me wrong, losing is part of the game as well, 100%. I'm not saying I've got a insane win rate strategy or a but I mean, if you even look at some of my winning trades that I even posted to do my certificates, if you just all you gotta do, guys, is just scroll up. These are obviously some of the students winning their trades, but with mine, one of the 1 to 5 here, obviously with prop firms, like 60% win rates, some 63% above, some 45, 50% and above. But your risk to reward is what really matters, and what will really, and ultimately, guys, you can always check out testimonials, what everyone has got to say. Yeah, so check it out, guys. Take care. Link will be in the video description if anyone wants to join the elite mentorship, 1-to-1, or if you just want to just hang out. It's a really cool community. I hope this was helpful. Take care, and to give the break and retest a shot, guys. Definitely will be worth your while. Take care, and I'm out.